And we are getting started with the final race for today's celebration. Both of them with their timers slightly offset here. But we are showcasing some tournament presets here for the upcoming Randomizer tournament that I'm going to be throwing, which you could watch live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz, or if you would like to, there is going to be a Portuguese restream on Randomizer Brazil. So make sure to give them a follow. Shout outs to them. That's the stream that we're watching today for the showcase. Crazy Four Blades has his mouse on the screen again. If that gives you anxiety for whatever reason, make sure to put your mouse over his mouse like I'm doing so, and you guys can hold hands. But what's going on? Today we are playing Nimble Light. This is a preset which, for this tournament, part of the requirements is that the players are going to be starting in the second castle, for one. For two, the enemies are always going to drop items. So that's just a part of the preset. So that way there's a fair game when it comes to which enemies drop which items, and both players have access to all the item drops that they need. Crazy opting to take a quick pit stop here into the Forbidden Library, the Cursed Library. Maybe to get an extra item drop, some extra level ups. Ooh, not a lot of damage being done here. It looks like both players are going for the strategy here. Honestly, I would consider maybe just wing smashing. Yeah, Crazy just gives up. He says, screw it. It's not worth it. Well, we'll see what they end up dropping. So Crazy says, I don't need it. I'm just going to kill creature the old-fashioned way. No Gamba. The Gamba already happened. Sorry if you missed it. Magic Missile, Flamberge. I mean, Flamberge is probably good enough. 61 damage! Oh, wow. Ren also paused his timer for some reason, so that's cool. I don't know why he did that. The other thing that's important to know about Nimble Light is that these players are starting with the Leapstone, the Gravity Boots, and the Soul of Bat. Plus, Soul of Bat has no MP requirements, so you can just wing smash forever, regardless of what your MP amount is. It's a very movement-focused preset. Because this is a preset, it's a tournament with 5 different presets to choose from, I wanted each preset to feel different from each other, so that way the idea of having counter picks makes sense from a player perspective. So if you feel very confident in your movement with Soul of Bat, for example, you would pick Nimble Light. The other thing that is going to be required of these players is that all bosses need to be killed in order to actually beat the game here. All 5 Vlad relics have to be acquired, and all bosses have to be killed. So we'll see how these players decide to route it. So far, Crazy is seems to be struggling versus Creature here a little bit. He is 1 hit away from dying, and he doesn't want to accidentally thrust into Creature. I would honestly maybe consider going for a Soul Steal. We'll see if Ren is able to catch up now. Dude, Creature's still not dead. What's the main difference between Nimble and this preset? So Nimble Light for this tournament, like I said, is going to require all bosses, which normal Nimble doesn't normally require. Also, starting in the second castle is different. Also, Nimble starts you with a Mana Prism, Duplicator, and Buffalo Stars normally. This preset does not, which is why we're seeing these players struggle versus this boss here. Crazy still has his mouse cursor on the screen. I already told you, if that gives you anxiety, you have to put your mouse cursor over his mouse cursor. So that way you guys are virtually holding hands, and that will alleviate the anxiety. But Ren barely misses out on the kill here, but Crazy gets the kill and is rewarded with the Fire of Bat. Oh my god! Well, this 5-0 isn't looking so strong now, but last time something similar did happen where Ren died to a boss, or died just generally early. Crazy didn't, but Ren isn't very far behind. He's still in the same general area. I think he's going to run it back, maybe? Yeah, he's going to fight the boss again. Meanwhile, Crazy is already in the second castle, got some level ups off of Creature. Doesn't have fantastic weapons, but Crazy is opting to stay in the second castle this time. This is, in my opinion, probably the correct decision, since you need to kill all of the bosses anyways. Might as well stay here, kill the bosses, and see what happens. You know, why not? Crazy specifically waiting for the Une enemies to transform into corpse weeds, so that way they have a different drop table. That's some interesting tech. Because enemies are guaranteed to drop items, you wait for them to transform into the separate version of the enemy. That's some, like, you need to know some shit about SotN to know about that tech. Knowing which enemies actually even drop items at all is also important. Like Slogger and Gaibon, the enemy versions of those in the reverse mines, they don't drop items. So they're not worth farming for an item, for example. So sometimes you farm your weed. Exactly. $7x payout for people who believed in Crazy. I know. This could be Crazy's comeback. As we were talking about earlier, there have been 5 races. We missed out on the first one, unfortunately. But out of those 5 races, or out of the 4 that have already happened, this being the last and 5th and final one, Ren has won all of the races so far in the showcase. Crazy says it's because he's just goofing around, trying to have fun, trying to do silly things. Excuse me. But Ren did say that in his file name, 5-0. So maybe Crazy is thinking to himself, he lures Ren into a false sense of security. Everybody believes in Ren. Renantrl is the oh, Crystal Grim drop. He is the savior of all of the believers. But Crazy Four Blades twists it at the final moment and says, actually, I'm trying now. Double Crystal Grim drop. Ain't no problem for somebody like me. Infinite wing smashes, infinite speed. And now he's just going to freaking start gaming out of his mind. Do Slugger Gaibons give good experience at least? I don't think so. I think they are programmed to give the same amount of experience as the boss fight does because they're the same enemy. Like as far as the internal like item drop experience, all that stuff. They just copy and pasted them kind of. But just didn't put the flag on them that they're like a boss fight. Ooh, I've been doing so much commentary, I'm losing my voice. Sorry about that, y'all. And Crazy Four Blades takes out Doppelganger 40. Fun fact about the all bosses requirements for this tournament, and just in general about Symphony of the Night. Inside the game's like internal logic, killing Doppelganger 40 counts as killing Doppelganger 10 at the same time for whatever reason. So these players will not have to kill Doppelganger 10 when they get to the first castle. So Ren found his own set of Chrysogrims, it seems like, which is, you know, going to help him out. But Crazy does have that lead from not dying early on, so not bad, not bad. Let's see how Crazy is going to be able to extend this lead. His movement's looking pretty clean so far. Equip the Chrysogrim in your third hand. Is it kind of like a third leg? How does a third hand work? Ooh, death is a little scary, but Crazy doing the HP manipulation, getting his HP down to 169. Fun fact, while your HP is ends in 69, you're actually invincible until you take damage again. So until he gets hit again, he is fully invincible. Let's see if he can take advantage of that state. Insane tech, I know. Yeah, Crazy is ahead by at least one boss fight. Seems to be doing okay on items and experience. No! He lost it! He took damage! His invincibility is gone! Don't even pick Crazy. Don't pick it up. You don't need it. You don't need a Vorpal Blade. You have Chrysogrims. Crazy is throwing. He's putting on a good show for everybody at home, and I appreciate that. At the end of the day, this showcase has been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun watching and commentating it. It makes me so excited for this upcoming tournament. And if you want to join this tournament, let me just say, I do have a tournament document posted in the Symphony of the Night Discord, the Long Library Discord. You can find a link to that on the Randomizer website, on Medusi.com, on the FAQ section of my Discord. I think if you just look up Long Library Discord on Google, you might find an invite that way too. I have no clue how it works. It's the public Symphony of the Night Discord. I'll also be posting on my Discord, as well as just generally wherever I can, the tournament document. Because if you want to join this tournament, it is open to enter, free to enter. There is a cash prize of at least $250 plus whatever I make on Patreon for the month of October. So if you want to participate or even add to the prize pool, joining the Patreon, you can gift Patreon memberships as well. That's a new feature that Patreon allows for. That's a way to increase the prize pool for the month of October. If you want to join the tournament, all you have to do is show up for the preliminary races, which I am scheduling right now. So stay tuned for that. Join all the Discord stuff, and you'll be informed there when we're doing it. Yeah, watching the tournament live is going to be so much fun. I'm very, very excited. Genuinely. And Silver Ring is found. Okay. Silver Ring behind Galamoth. If Ren is able to kill Galamoth faster, that could help him catch up a little bit. But it looks like both players are basically taking the same route from here. They have the same items, same kind of movement options. So now it just comes down to who can execute better. And this is why I like presets like this, is because they do simplify your options a little bit. But by simplifying the options, you do kind of create a way for the players who generally just have better movement, better execution, better decision making to kind of like get the advantage early on. So because Crazy just executed slightly better and didn't die to freaking the stupid boss creature, he has the lead now. Yeah, better pizza, all that fun stuff. Also, it was funny to see Crazy take 42 damage from that cat. If he was wearing the cat eye circlet, he would be immune to cat damage. So why didn't he do that? I don't know. Sounds like a skill issue. He's going to need to take vocal lessons to avoid blowing out his voice. Listen, I'm used to blowing all sorts of things out, all right? So it is what it is. And Crazy is doing a full loop around the castle, it seems. Which kind of makes sense in this scenario because you don't have the warp to go back to the center of the castle. So... Oh, is that a library card? That could change everything. Oh, it's a library card. Does he use it now? This is honestly a good spot to use it in. I agree. Yes, use the library card. That's a really good spot to use the library card in because he just did all of the left side of the castle, which means when he goes back, once he finds holy glasses in the first castle, he can do the right side. Ooh, that's strong. That's really strong. Super chat, $2. Serious, any advice for minor opiate addiction? I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm laughing because why do you think I would have serious advice for something like that? I wish you the best of luck. Sorry. Look into whatever resources are available. Surely there's got to be nonprofits working on that shit, right? Surely. And now for my non-serious advice, it's give me more money, actually. Just throw all of your life savings directly at me, and surely that will solve the problem. That's my non-serious advice. Back to the match, we see Ren did pick up the library card, but is choosing to hold on to it. We'll see if this pays off. It depends on what he finds left here in the second castle. There is a world where Mist is still here in the second castle, or the other ring is in the second castle. To me, it feels pretty unlikely. But we'll see. Oh, we found another... Oh, we found multiple library cards. So maybe they were in the shop. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking about opiates. A Vlad and cards in the shop. That's pretty powerful. So Crazy has access to basically as many library cards as he needs for the rest of the run. I have a super chat, $2 saying, do I have interest in any TCGs? You say Pokemon or Magic, but unfortunately, yes, but not either of those. Hold on. I literally have my fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards on my desk right here. Don't mind me. Shouts to Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer. Shouts to Quakimaru Drago, my goats. Shouts to Mystical Space Typhoon. I'm terminally Konami'd. Unfortunately, Konami made a bunch of IPs, or produced them, or published them, or whatever. And they're IPs that I like. And then they did nothing with them. That's not true. There is the new Metal Gear re-release that people are saying is pretty good. Silent Hill. I haven't played much Silent Hill ever, really. But people are saying that the new Silent Hill game is actually pretty good. I haven't seen any of it, but... My goats are not Scapegoat. I've never really played Go format, but I do want to play at some point. That's my Edison deck. One of my many Edison decks. There's some shared staples, though, so... Oh, it's not very good? Solidly mid? Hey, that's a step up from what... of nothing, right? Can we say that? Can we say producing a game that's solidly mid is better than never making a game? I did hear that the Metal Gear game has a lot of performance issues. But... So as of right now, if we do want to focus back in on the match, it seems like not much has happened. Some bosses have been killed for both players, but no progression has really been found yet. Which is unfortunate for Ren. He kind of needs to bank on finding like Soul of, or Form of Mist here, I think. He found Soul of Wolf, but that's not super helpful. Jewel of Open is found. That was another thing that Ren could have maybe found to give him an advantage over Crazy. Because the only thing they found that could possibly be progression in the second castle was the Silver Ring. So they would need to find the Gold Ring somewhere else in order to capitalize on that potentially. But Fairy Scroll does literally nothing. And he doesn't have Jewel of Open. Where is he going? He doesn't have Jewel of Open. I guess he's going to skip Beelzebub? Or did he already do Beelzebub? Oof. Yeah, he's skipping Beelzebub. Oh, he already did Beelzebub, I mean? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. So he already did Beelzebub and that was nothing. Okay, so he's doing this like kind of like zigzag route. So this is how he's getting to Akmadon. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, that's fine. Beelzebub did have Wolf. Oh, okay, got you. Gotcha. What Essen deck am I playing? I'm probably bringing to locals this week Christiasworn. So like a Fairy Lightsworn deck. Last week I brought freaking Dragon Norlaris, which was fun, but did not work out in my favor. It didn't help that I lost every die roll. I had to go second every single time I played the first match into somebody, and that did not help because that's a deck that really wants to go first. Dude, I had the full combo in my hand, set up, ready to go. I went second, and I was like, this person has like a set monster, a set back row, and I'm like, well, whatever that back row is, I don't care. I'm just going to go for the combo. He flipped Skill Drain. He was main decking Skill Drain. Come on. Nobody does that. It was like a freaking zombie stun list. And I was like, ah, well, you know, GG's, I guess. I lose to that card. Yeah, Akmadon had nothing as well. So it's like, has to be Darkwing Bat or Medusa have to have something or else Ren is kind of fucked here. Granted, Crazy hasn't really found anything outside of Jewel of Open. I mean, Jewel of Open is big, don't get me wrong, but it seems like right now not a whole lot of progress has been made by either players, so. Another Crystal Grim found, thank God. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ren's timer, but so. Sounds like me running Rescue Cat Black Garden. Oh, that's a fun deck. Granted, I hate Black Garden as a card because it forces me to do math. Okay, a Vlad Relic found, that doesn't really count as progression because Crazy is forced to do that fight later, and Eye of Vlad doesn't really matter. The extra 10 luck points don't matter. Damn. Oh well. All right, Darkwing Bat, big money, big money. This has to be it for Ren. It has to be Merman Statue, Gold Ring, freaking Soul or Form of Mist, Something big has to be here for him, or else this is looking real rough. Big money, big money. It has to be. Big red X on the screen. This is big for Crazy, because he's been doing all of this stuff in the first castle, which actually is going to be progression. Granted, so far it seems like the only thing that actually mattered for progression was that Jewel of Open. So if Ren finds Jewel of Open early and is able to efficiently kill the bosses along the way, it's not the end of the world. So, although Crazy didn't do All Rocks yet, All Rocks is another thing that could have been done before going down into the caverns. So that's another potential difference. Yeah, Ren decided to just never use that library card. Also, Ren has like 10,000 Chrysogrims, still picks up another one. You love to see it. Is stream sniping allowed? In my tournament, no. Stream sniping is not allowed. Form of Mist is found. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Crazy never went to Castle Keep? Oh. I didn't realize that Crazy never went to Castle Keep. So now things are a little bit interesting. It's gonna... Oh, and Merman statue! Oh, no. Oh, no. He lib-carded. Oh, not the lib cards. Oh, no. Oh, but he finds Gold Ring. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Ren grabs the warp and then library cards. He has Form of Mist. Hold on. This is an interesting one. Crazy is opting to backtrack. Crazy buys his library cards, his Tooth of Vlad. There's nothing really else in the shop worth buying. This is a tight race. Very tight race. So far, nothing really found in them. Yeah, because Crazy did do the library checks just without Form of Mist. So Crazy doesn't know what's behind Lesser Demon and what's behind the Soul of Bat location. So let's see it. And Crazy is going to be doing the Holy Glasses location now. This could be a random Vlad probably, or sorry, the final Vlad. It's possible. Oh, this is a Vlad. Oh. Okay, wait a minute. Ren does just kind of have 4 Vlads. Wait a minute. Well, you still need to do all bosses. Let's hold our horses. We still need to kill all the bosses here. So finding these Vlads is nice because it'll help you skip non-boss checks later. But it's not the end of the world. Let's see what Crazy finds here. Oh, that's unfortunate. I imagine Ren does the same because he's going to be looking for Final Vlad. That's a hard thing to guess, that it's going to be Echo at that location. I don't think there's a way to fully know that. Okay. He already did all the bosses from the second castle, but Crazy has done progression for the first castle. So we'll see whose route ends up mattering more here, but I imagine Ren has to do something similar. Like, he has to check Holy Glasses at that point. Unless he finds... No, he can't find the Final Vlad. Final Vlad is just going to be at Spikebreaker. So he will stumble upon Gold Ring first. And if he doesn't go back for glasses, he's kind of trolling. But in this one scenario, trolling ends up actually being faster. A throw will decide the lead. Funny enough, I think you're correct. It's either at Spikebreaker or Silver Ring. I guess you are. It's theoretically possible that it's at Silver Ring. And Spikebreaker is vanilla. That would be brutal. Oh, that'd be so bad for Crazy. Oh, that would be so bad. But the complexity is pretty low in this preset. Let me double check. It's Nimble Light. The complexity is only 6. So, in a way, Because we still don't know where Glasses is, right? So, although right now, everything in the mines, in the caverns, is behind the first check, which is, yeah, because if you started in the first castle, which is how the logic works for these randomizers, the first thing you would find in progression sense would be Jewel of Open at Spirit Orb, and then everything in the caverns becomes layer 2. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Spikebreaker is vanilla. Right? Because if this is Glasses here, right? Glasses is just chilling layer 2. Layer 3 is rings. Layer 4 becomes... Wait. How does this work? Layer 1. Or layer 0, I guess, would be... Jewel of Open. Layer 2. Glasses. Layer 3. Rings. Layer 4. Echo. Layer 5, Spikebreaker. Layer 6, Silver Ring. Yeah, that's not looking good. I think Spikebreaker is vanilla then. Unless I don't know how to count. It's possible I don't know how to count. I'm kind of hoping I don't know how to count. Because at this point, I want Crazy to get his. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ren finally finds Jewel of Open. Crazy is warping. Is he just grabbing the warp for later? Okay. He's grabbing the warp for later, but don't you intend on full clearing the... Oh, he's grabbing it for Merman Statue. Okay, I see. He thinks that Merman Statue could come up later. That is possible. Yeah. Do I even have enough fingers to count? I don't even know how to count up to how many fingers I have. They're going to check it anyways. I think both of them likely are. The problem is, actually, Ren is going up to All Rocks right now. He might be trying to skip the Spikebreaker location. If Ren finds the final Vlad at Silver Ring, it's over. Which is what my concern was. And he's going to Silver Ring right now. He's going to do other checks along the way because he has to kill the bosses, but... Granted, he's going to have to come back here to do Grand Floon at some point anyways, so... Okay, that's final Vlad. Okay. So... Unless it's... No, I think that has to be final Vlad. Right? They're still looking for Glasses, though. Dude, Glasses... Oh, if Glasses is at a Merman Statue, that's really bad. Oh, Ren almost softlocked, by the way. It used to be if you transformed into Bat during that cutscene with the Minotaur and Werewolf, you would softlock the game. Silver Ring is Glasses. We haven't seen Spikebreaker yet, but theoretically, yes, it could be. Because Mist was also in the first castle. So depending on where Spikebreaker is, yes. Silver Ring could just be Glasses. Merman was Darkwing? I thought Merman was in Power of Mist, but I could be wrong. Yeah, because Power of Wolf was at Darkwing. I remember that specifically. There's Spikebreaker. Okay, so yeah, I think you're right. Glasses is at Silver Ring then. And Crazy is about to hopefully warp to Outer... Oh, no. Or Castle Keep. Hopefully he does Castle Keep. Look, I'm biased, okay? I want Crazy to win so Ren doesn't get the 5-0. Biased commentator being biased. My bad. All right? Because at the end of the day, we gotta... Can't let anybody get too big for their britches. These races are crazy. And these aren't even tournament matches yet. These are for fun. Imagine the stakes, the sweat. the anguish on the line, the money on the line. Players are going to do some crazy ass shit this tournament, and I'm so excited for it. The format for this tournament is very unique, very fun, and I can't wait to see how players react to it. And there's still a lot of amazing players who are currently between these two. These guys are awesome. There's a lot of other amazing tournament players, race players, tournament race players as well. So who knows what the final is going to look like? Should be interesting. Ooh, crazy! What did you didn't do? There's glasses. I mean, it's not the end of the world because you still have to do hippogriff, but like, I'm just a little frustrated that you wouldn't do Castle Keep first. I guess he hasn't been to Castle Keep yet. So he's doing this as a way to get to Castle Keep. Okay, so now he's going to have to get missed and then backtrack. It's not amazing. It's like his late game route here is just not lining up amazingly. Ren has to do all of Caverns, maybe? I mean, he's going to skip some stuff, probably. He has to kill the bosses at the very least. So, because the bosses are still required, this could... I don't know, it's still anyone's game, it seems like. Love watching races like this of an amazing game. Me too. That's why I host these tournaments. I say, you know what? Is it worth it to spend a bunch of money to host these tournaments so I can watch people play my favorite video game with stakes on the line and stuff? And the answer is always, yeah, it's worth it. For sure. Okay, so Ren is finally getting to the caverns. Crazy. Making his way. Can't do Silver Ring yet, which is so unfortunate. So unfortunate. The other thing is, Ren knows that he shouldn't do any extra checks except for the final complexity check and the bosses. Because I think because he has 4 of 5 Vlad relics, he knows that the 5th one is going to be the complexity, the final Vlad. So Crazy, on the other hand, he doesn't know where the other Vlads are because he didn't do the bosses yet in the second castle. Oof. It's going to be a tough one. Maybe I should check out how to get into SotN in 2025. There's a lot of resources. The Long Library Discord has a ton of people who are always willing to help. SotN.io, also just the randomizer website, has a bunch of resources on it. I very much recommend getting into it because the game is fun. There's a lot of players of all skill levels that like to play this game and race this game. So here's the question. Does Ren go check Holy Glasses or not? Because he knows Silver Ring was a second castle check, but he knows where Holy Glasses was. He knows it was behind Silver Ring, which is another high complexity location. So does he take this information and check? Okay, he's fucking cheating. Fucking cheater. Cheater. Ren's cheating. You gotta check Holy Glasses there. You have to, because it's the same complexity as freaking potential as Spike Breaker. Fucking cheater. Does Crazy get baited by Merman? He shouldn't. But he can. It's possible. Yeah, Ren's fucking cheating. Dude, it's the same complexity. It's a 50-50. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I miscounted. But I'm pretty sure it's equally likely that the final Vlad is at Holy Glasses as it is that it's at Spikebreaker. At least from Ren's perspective, because he doesn't know where Spikebreaker is. So he doesn't know at what point in the complex... This could be vanilla Spikebreaker, like we talked about before. As far as Ren is concerned, it could be vanilla Spikebreaker, because he doesn't know where Echo is. Because Crazy saw Echo at Holy Glasses. So yeah, Ren is literally just fucking gambling on this one. Yeah, Ren must know that he's gambling on this. That or he miscounted and he's getting lucky that he miscounted. Because from his perspective, it's literally a 50-50 between Holy Glasses, which is a closer check, and fucking this one. I guess maybe his thought process is I have to go to Grand Falloon anyways, so I'm just going to do the boss checks and then check Spikebreaker. And if it's not here, then I go back and do Holy Glasses. Actually, never mind. He's still cheating, but actually, now that I think about the logic, that makes sense. But I still want to yell at him for cheating, even though technically this is a very smart play. Because it's a 50-50, but you are playing to the best possible scenario, which is that this is just what you need, which ironically enough is. So now, yeah. Looking at the trackers, Ren just has more bosses done. He just has to do Grand Falloon and Hippogriff and he's done? How the fuck did that happen? Why is he checking items? Ren has a randomizer brain rot where you do item checks even though you have literally the best loadout in the game. Like double Chrysogrim, infinite library cards, infinite wing smashes. His brain worms just tell him, but you could get more. Oh, we really didn't want to see the 5-0. I'm sure people who were betting on Ren winning this did want to see the 5-0, but I don't know, man. Fucking cheater. He even checked the map after, dude. If he forgot about glasses and got lucky because of it, that's really funny. But man, I think even if he went out of his way to check glasses, it probably didn't matter, but because he just did the bosses faster, so. He did the bosses faster and he did get to skip a lot of checks because of the info he had by staying in the second castle and getting all the Vlads. Again, staying in the second castle and full clearing it ends up being really strong, it seems like, for this tournament. Granted, these are individual seeds being showcased here. There's probably going to be seeds where early first castle ends up meaning more, mattering more. I would have library carded too. I would have done the same route Crazy did. And I would have lost this race and I would have been like, you're a fucking cheater. What's Crazy doing? Oh, he has to go do Lesser Demon and Karasamon? Or is it just Karasamon? It's just Karasamon. Wait. Why is the tracker says that Ren hasn't killed Hippogriff yet? Is that true? I guess that is true, right? Yeah. Unless Ren forgets to kill Hippogriff. This is looking like GG's. Nah, he's going to Hippogriff right now. Damn. I can't believe he didn't get baited by Holy Glasses. It was literally a 50-50. I would have gotten baited 100 times out of 100 there. Crazy's last check in the first castle was glasses. Yeah. That's really unfortunate too. To be fair, Crazy probably should have done Castle Keep earlier than he did. Him deciding to do all rocks before doing Castle Keep, in my opinion, it's not a throw, but it's like, I don't know. His routing made sense because he wanted to do the full clockwise movement and finish on Castle Keep, but it just sucks that Mist happened to be there. I don't know. It just turns out that using that library card ended up like costing him quite a bit. He's not even that far behind. Like by the time that Ren gets to the center of the castle, Crazy should be probably finishing up Beelzebub. So I think he's only going to be like 2 or 3 minutes behind here, which is the time it would have taken Ren if he had gone and checked Holy Glasses. I think it really came down to the fact that Ren decided to skip Holy Glasses, which I'm still standing by. Yes, it's a smart play in hindsight, but I would bet $1 million Ren was like, I forgot. Or like, I don't want to. There's no way he 10D chess figured out. He probably forgot something or misread the complexity count and said, oh, there's no way it could have been there, even though from his perspective, it easily could have been. Like, he probably guessed wrong, but got rewarded, is what I'm saying. Ask him? I should. But I'd like to believe that I live in the world where Ren is just wrong, and it's funnier that way. Like, he was wrong, but got rewarded. Because from his perspective, right? He didn't know where Echo was, and he didn't know where Spikebreaker was. So with that information, Glasses could have been the final Vlad. And he would have had to backtrack all the way over there. And that would have lost him, 2 or 3 minutes. So all I'm saying is that he's a dirty, evil cheater, and we should all... he's banned from my tournament for cheating. He was obviously stream sniping. I wanted Crazy to get the 1 win, but it looks like, unfortunately, the 5-0 is actually happening. Blue screen, computer explosion, internet explosion, toilet nightmare. Crazy can still make it. True. Ren could get grounded. The sun could explode. Granted, if the sun exploded right now, we wouldn't know for the next 9 minutes, but... And I think he's going to finish the seed in under 9 minutes, unfortunately. Yep. Close match. Sub 9. It seems like the second castle route is just so powerful in these seeds, so keep that in mind moving forward, especially if you're practicing for the upcoming tournament or you're joining any of the preliminary races. Reminder, if you want to join this tournament, all you got to do is show up for any of the prelim races. You'll be entered into the bracket so long as you make it in the top part of bracket, because every race that you join, you get points based off of your placements. And the people who place well get top seeding in the final bracket. All that stuff will be figured out soon. But yeah, Crazy finally enters go mode just in time for Ren to finish the game. And there it is. GG's. Crazy is literally like 2.5 minutes away from finishing. Yep. Dead on prediction. Crazy at Beelzebub when Ren wins. I've played this game a lot, so your boy knows a thing or two. I say we let Crazy finish it out. He's so close to finishing, and I can't believe Ren cheated. That's all I can say. The 5-0 is real. YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, obviously. If you watch the whole series with me, thank you. I appreciate you. Tournament matches are going to be starting soon, so check them out on twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. I'd love to see you in the chat hanging out during these tournament matches. So we're going to be seeing a lot more tournament action coming up here. Should be a good time. Let's go ahead and cheer on Crazy as he finishes up the ending here. Oh, well. Crazy can still make it. I don't know. Ren did pause his timer, so we don't actually know when he finished the run. So, invalid run? Yeah.
Eat my balls! That's going to be a new sub alert. I already know it.
Oh, man. G. Kabitsky, thank you for the 9 months. Very much appreciate it. Tournament showcase. Yeah, it showed up just in time. Again, shout outs to Randomizer Brazil for broadcasting this and being the Portuguese restream of my tournament. So if you want to check them out, check them out. Very much appreciate it. Pay out. I'll pay out. Ren wins. Enjoy your fake channel points. Crazy flipping off the camera by putting his mouse on screen. We never saw Ren kill Doppelganger 10. Hold on, wait a minute. Invalid run. Oh, man. What a series of races. You love to see it. There it is. GG's to Crazy. Honestly, I would have taken the same route. Bullshit lucky man. I think Ren cheated, straight up. He skipped Holy Glasses when it was a 50-50. He was right next to Holy Glasses. He got the ring in the right spot. And I was like, well, if he goes to Holy Glasses, that might be enough time to make up the difference. And then he just skips it. He freaking cheated, dude. Nah, that should have been a 4-1, I believe. Ren disqualified for cheating. Anyways, thank y'all. Oh, God. Infinite restream. Oh, God. I have to fix it before it's too late. Ah! Thanks for watching, everybody. It was a lot of fun. Join the live stream, twitch.tv/dragonblitz. See you next time, YouTube. Bye-bye.